Just one small mistake, and everything can be gone. You could lose your career, your relationships, even yourself, and you might not even realize it. But do you know what's really pushing you to the edge? It's not the big failures. It's the bad habits you've been silently nurturing every single day. Habits that seem harmless at first, but are quietly destroying everything in your life, little by little, piece by piece. Have you ever wondered why you keep falling into the same cycle, unable to move forward, even though you've tried so hard? These habits are the real culprits. Get ready, because what I'm about to share will make you rethink your life and push you to change immediately. Stick around, because I'll show you how to break free from these bad habits and rebuild from scratch, creating a life of potential and success you truly deserve. Keep watching and discover the things you never even thought about. 1. Laziness and lack of discipline. Laziness and lack of discipline are two dangerous enemies that you may not even be aware of. They don't make a sound, but they silently destroy everything in your life, your work, your relationships, and even your future. Have you ever wondered why your goals keep getting delayed, even though you have a clear plan? Why do promises get forgotten, and in the end, you never finish tasks on time? This is the consequence of lacking discipline. When you lack discipline, you can't control yourself or your time. Instead of focusing on work, you get drawn into temporary pleasures, social media, TV, or just sleeping a little longer. These actions not only waste time, but also distance you from the important goals in life. Each passing day is an opportunity you lose, and you'll never get closer to what you truly want. The problem is not only about failing to finish tasks, but also about losing others' trust. When you constantly break promises, trust is broken. Once trust is lost, it's hard to get it back. Valuable opportunities will pass you by unnoticed, and you won't be able to go back and fix things. The constant procrastination will push you behind, while others who are persistent and disciplined will achieve success. Lack of discipline doesn't just slow you down, it creates invisible stress. You will always feel tired, pressured, and unmotivated. Life becomes meaningless when you can't live up to your potential. That's why discipline is the key to success. According to Stoic philosophy, discipline is freedom. Epictetus once said, "Discipline is freedom." The undisciplined person becomes a slave to fleeting desires. When you can control yourself and your time, you are free to pursue the greater goals in life. If you're stuck in the cycle of procrastination, apply some simple yet effective methods to break free. First, you need to identify specific goals. When you know what you want, everything becomes much easier. Start with small changes. Wake up earlier. Complete a small task each day. These small changes will help you build bigger habits and bring you closer to your goals. Try eliminating distractions by turning off notifications on your phone and reducing time spent on social media. When you focus on your work, your productivity will significantly increase. Persistence is key. Don't wait until you feel motivated, because motivation comes from consistent action. Commit to taking action today, and don't let procrastination take away your opportunities. Change doesn't happen overnight, but if you're consistent and have a clear plan, you will see a big difference in your life. Don't let procrastination ruin your life. Start today and take action to build a disciplined, successful, and fulfilling life. 2. Lack of thinking and reacting emotionally. In modern society, the speed and pressure from all directions make it easy to react immediately without thinking carefully. From emails, text messages, to notifications from social media, everything seems to require an immediate response. But do we really take the time to think before acting? Recall the story of Napoleon Bonaparte at the Battle of Waterloo. one of the greatest military strategists in history, but because he was too hasty and reacted based on impulsive emotions, he made wrong decisions. When you lack patience and only act based on momentary emotions, you could lose everything you've worked hard to build, even if you're an extraordinary person. The main issue here is that we tend to react emotionally without thinking before we act. This can lead to serious consequences. A hasty word could destroy a colleague relationship, decrease your professional reputation, or harm a team or organization. This is the price we pay for lack of thought. Surely you've sent a hasty message and later regretted it, or got involved in an argument driven by emotions, only to realize that you lost the opportunity to improve the situation. Such unchecked emotional actions can lead to devastating consequences in your work and personal relationships. We live in a fast-paced society full of information, where people easily react without thinking. However, the cost of this lack of thinking is very high. When emotions control our actions, we easily make mistakes that reason would never encourage. There's plenty of research data showing reacting hastily and lacking emotional control not only affects your work, but also has a huge impact on personal and social relationships. One study shows that over 60% of long-term unemployed people lack emotional control skills and react too quickly at work. Furthermore, reacting emotionally also impacts family and social relationships, causing negative consequences that we can't foresee. However, this is also a problem that can be solved. We can learn to control our emotions and think carefully before acting. Stoic philosophy, particularly the viewpoint of Marcus Aurelius, points out, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that determines its value. With this philosophy, stopping to think before acting is a habit that must be practiced every day. Before reacting immediately, take a few seconds to ask yourself, is this really important? Does this emotion help me solve the problem, or just complicate things? These questions will help you practice self-control, make reasonable decisions, and avoid mistakes due to momentary emotions. This habit will help you think more thoughtfully and improve the quality of your life. 3. Lack of self-control and dependency on others. Imagine if every decision in your life was based on the approval of others. You don't make your own decisions. Every step you take in life must meet a standard that you don't fully control. Doesn't this feeling seem uncomfortable? But the reality is that many people today live in this vicious cycle, especially in the age of social media explosion. We constantly compare ourselves to others and never feel good enough unless we receive praise or recognition from the community. When you depend on others' judgments, you are truly giving up your ability to control your own life. Every small decision, from choosing a job to personal relationships, is based on the score you receive from others. Instead of doing what you love, you do it for social approval, out of fear of criticism. This fear gradually robs you of the ability to make decisions and trust your choices. You live only to please others, and your life begins to fade, losing its true color. Have you ever felt like you're becoming a dull version of yourself? When you base your value on external recognition, your emotions become fragile. If others don't praise you, you feel like a failure, empty, and lack confidence. On days without compliments, you feel like you're nothing special. And this is exactly what Stoic philosophers warn against. The judgment of others is something beyond your control. You can't expect the world to evaluate you the way you want, but you can control how you view yourself. So, how do you escape this vicious cycle? The answer lies in starting to see your self-worth from within, not from others' compliments. This isn't a grand revolution, but small steps you can take every day. Start with small actions, the achievements you gain each day, regardless of whether they're recognized. Remember Epictetus' words: "We cannot choose our circumstances, but we can choose how to respond to them." Instead of letting others determine your value, allow yourself to be the one who decides the steps in your life. Start with small things, and you'll find yourself growing stronger. When you feel proud of yourself because you did something meaningful, not because someone praised you, you'll realize that external recognition no longer matters. Remember that self-control is the key to building a strong and stable life. When you live for yourself and don't depend on others to validate your worth, you will develop an inner strength that few can shake. You are not who others expect you to be. You are yourself, and you are the one who determines your true value. Don't let outside praise or criticism change the path you choose. Don't let dependence on others destroy yourself. Start today by taking control of your own life. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and share so others can find value in their own lives. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to follow more articles and videos about building confidence and living independently. 4. Living with bad habits and lack of progress. Bad habits are one of the hidden factors that undermine one's future, gradually causing life to become stagnant and lacking progress. These habits can include a lack of discipline, a lack of self-motivation, and having no clear goals. It is precisely these habits that prevent us from achieving the goals we have set for ourselves. Laziness is one of the most dangerous bad habits. When you procrastinate, you are only making things harder for yourself, losing opportunities to move forward. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you are slowly wasting precious time that can never be reclaimed. Not only laziness, but also the lack of ambition will keep you stuck, unable to improve yourself or seize new opportunities. The consequences of maintaining bad habits are quite obvious. If you don't take action, you won't make any progress. Your life will have no positive change, and you'll find yourself standing still while everyone around you is continually growing. Major career opportunities will pass by because you didn't act in time. Personal relationships will also face difficulties when you don't actively nurture and invest in them. Moreover, the lack of ambition is also the reason many people continue to flounder in life without seeing results. If you don't improve yourself every day, you'll remain stagnant. You won't progress if you don't learn, develop new skills, and seek opportunities to improve yourself. The reality is, you'll feel lost in a world where everyone else is striving to grow. You can't blame anyone but yourself if you stay stuck. The Stoic philosophy, particularly through the teachings of Epictetus, shows that we cannot change the world, but we can change the way we face it. This means you can begin changing bad habits right now. Take action, and each small decision will lead you to progress. So, what do you need to do to change? Set goals and ask yourself, what have I done today to get closer to my goal? This question will help you stay alert and assess your progress. Stoic philosophy views discipline as a core principle. Create beneficial habits, such as waking up early, making plans, and staying committed to your goals, even when it gets tough. Discipline will help you manage your time and energy to focus on long-term goals. Focus on the process by treating each day as a step forward in your journey. Don't just look at the final result. Assess success by the effort and perseverance each day. Stoic philosophy advises you to focus on the process because it's the process that creates long-term results. Start by making small, consistent actions on the path you've chosen. Only when you change bad habits can you create a better life, just as Stoic philosophy has shown. 5. Overemphasis on materialism and superficial things. We live in a world where the image of success is often tied to wealth, fame, and social recognition. But have you ever asked yourself, when I have all those things, what do I truly gain? It seems that the more material wealth you have, the less satisfaction you feel, and you are more easily trapped in the never-ending cycle of never enough. Behind the luxury cars and fancy houses, does anyone truly see the emptiness inside? Chasing after material things may make you feel like you're moving forward, but in reality, it's just an endless spiral where each step takes you further away from your true self. Surely you've seen someone with everything but still not happy. In fact, when you only care about external things like money or fame, you are sacrificing your inner peace. You can't feel happy when every day you live in worry over superficial things. You may have all the things society considers success, but the truth is, you lack the things that really matter, like love, connection, and the genuine joy from life's simple moments. At this point, not only have you lost your inner peace, but you also start to see your relationships become strained and distant. Relationships that aren't based on true understanding and sharing will become fragile, and you will realize that no matter how much material wealth you have, you are still lonely and lacking. In reality, this is an endless race where you focus on false goals, neglecting the essence, inner fulfillment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that happiness is not something that can be bought with money or fame. What truly matters is the ability to master yourself, live by spiritual values, and develop your inner self. According to Epictetus, we cannot control the world around us, but we can absolutely control how we react to it. Stoicism advises you to let go of endless desires for material wealth, as they are just fleeting things that can easily be lost. Instead, focus on enduring values like wisdom, self-control, and patience. Remember that a free and peaceful life never comes from owning everything external. It is when you let go of external things and return to yourself that you truly find peace in your soul. Understand that Stoicism doesn't encourage us to abandon everything society values, but helps us realize that those things are not the ultimate goal of life. Instead of letting them define you, you should learn to master your life and live by your own intrinsic values. To solve this problem, you need to return to the core values and the things that truly matter in life. Focus on self-development. Instead of chasing things beyond your control, invest in wisdom, self-control, and emotional management. Build deep relationships and invest time and energy into developing valuable connections. True relationships, based on understanding and sharing, will bring greater satisfaction than any material possession. Seek people who can help you grow and learn from them. Don't get caught up in the material race and forget about your health and inner peace. Create a balance between work, family, personal hobbies, and time for yourself. Stoicism encourages us to learn how to be content with what we have and accept that not everything can be controlled. Be content with simple and truly important things in life. Instead of letting society or external factors determine your worth, live by the principles and values that you believe in. This will help you lead a peaceful and happy life, unshaken by the material race. 6. Lack of patience and desire for immediate results. In reality, in a world where haste and the desire for immediate results have become an inseparable part of many people's thinking, from wanting quick success to seeking easy ways to achieve goals without enduring hardships or failures, all reflect a life of impatience. But this impatience, seemingly harmless, can actually destroy all the efforts you've put in. When you are always looking for instant results, you fall into the trap of waiting for success without putting in the hard work. The desire for immediate results prevents you from investing the time, effort, and perseverance needed for sustainable growth. You easily give up when difficulties arise and only look for shortcuts, instead of persevering with small but steady steps. Stoic philosophy has clearly addressed this issue. Marcus Aurelius, in his book Meditations, wrote, "Nothing good comes immediately. Everything takes time to develop." Stoicism teaches that instead of seeking instant gratification, we need to focus on self-control and accept the long process to achieve lasting results. That's right, patience is not just a good virtue. It is a key factor that helps us face challenges and overcome difficulties. It helps you understand that success does not come just because you want it, but because you've worked long enough and persistently. What's important is never giving up when faced with failure, but seeing it as part of the journey, an opportunity to learn and grow. To change an impatient lifestyle, you need to build a long-term plan, break large goals into small steps, and take action each day. In fact, not all success comes quickly, but as long as you persist and stay determined, the final results will come at the right time, as you deserve. Remember that there are no shortcuts to lasting success. Only patience, discipline, and commitment are the keys to truly achieving your goals in life. 7. Lack of self-discipline and responsibility. When you live without self-discipline and responsibility, you are essentially cutting off opportunities to grow and achieve lasting success. This lack of responsibility is most evident when you blame others or circumstances, rather than recognizing and accepting that your own actions and decisions are the key factors. A person who lacks responsibility is never willing to face their own mistakes. Instead of acknowledging and correcting them, they tend to avoid responsibility and look for ways to blame external factors, such as others, situations, or luck. The result is that they never learn from their failures and cannot improve. In fact, they will continue to make the same mistakes without even realizing it. Epictetus once said, "Your actions are your own choice, not determined by circumstances or others." This quote encourages each individual to realize that they are the creators of their own fate. You are the one who decides your actions, and you are also the one who must take responsibility for the outcomes of those actions. When you accept responsibility, you not only improve yourself, but also build trust and respect from others. People around you will feel more secure and confident in you, knowing that you are someone who can face challenges and take responsibility for your decisions. This not only helps you build lasting relationships, but also helps you grow and improve on your own. To live responsibly, you must first clearly understand what you can control and what you cannot. Be proactive in correcting your mistakes instead of looking for someone to blame. Set clear goals and commit to achieving them each day, no matter the difficulties or challenges. Only when you master your actions and take responsibility for the results, you will become much freer and stronger in facing life's challenges. Remember, everyone has the right to decide their own life. Accepting responsibility is not only a meaningful act, but also an important step toward making positive changes, not just for yourself, but also for those around you. 8. The desire to control everything and lack of acceptance. The desire to control everything in life is a temptation many of us fall into. You want everything to go according to plan, everyone to act as you expect, and each situation to be perfect according to your scheme. However, the reality is that life is always full of fluctuations, and you cannot control every factor. When you keep trying to grasp everything, you will face an inevitable consequence: stress, exhaustion, and disappointment. People who cannot accept imperfection and lack flexibility often fall into states of anxiety and helplessness. They become stressed when things don't go according to plan and feel out of control when faced with challenges. This not only reduces the quality of their lives, but also causes them to lose peace and joy. Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "You cannot control everything, but you can control your attitude toward what happens." Acceptance is the key to living peacefully and growing. When you let go of the need to control everything, you will be able to focus on what really matters and what can be controlled. Did you know? The consequence of not accepting reality is continuous stress, fatigue, and feelings of helplessness. You will live in an endless loop, always trying to control everything without ever achieving your goals. To overcome this, you need to learn to let go and focus only on what you can change: your own actions, how you react in each situation, and your ability to change your perspective. Stoicism does not encourage you to give up ambition or live passively, but it reminds you to know when to let go of control in order to live a more peaceful life. Accepting the things you cannot change will give you the strength to master what you can, and from there, you will realize that true freedom lies here, not in controlling everything, but in accepting freedom in what cannot be controlled. Learn to accept imperfection. Don't worry too much about the outcome and forget about the journey. Learn to master your emotions and not let them dominate you. When you focus on what you can change and let go of what's beyond your control, life will become lighter, and you will be able to move closer to what truly matters. 9. Living negatively and lack of gratitude. Modern life makes it easy for us to fall into a negative cycle, constantly focusing on shortcomings, imperfections, and failing to recognize the values we possess. Have you ever felt like you're not enough, even though you have everything that many people dream of? Have you ever undervalued small accomplishments simply because they didn't meet your ideal of perfection? These things have caused you to live in dissatisfaction, never truly content with what you have. Stoicism teaches us that peace of mind can only be attained when we are grateful for what we have and accept the things we cannot change. Epictetus once said, "It's not things that trouble us, but how we perceive them." This philosophy emphasizes that when you change your perspective and appreciate what you have, you will find peace of mind. It's not because you have everything perfect, but because you understand that what you have is enough to build a meaningful life. When you constantly focus on shortcomings and flaws, you cannot appreciate the value of the present moment. Lack of gratitude not only makes you feel empty, but also prevents you from seeing the beauty around you. You will fail to see the joy in a family meal, the warmth in simple conversations, or the happiness from small daily tasks. This not only makes you feel unfulfilled, but also creates a negative mental spiral, keeping your mind tense and anxious. To change this, try starting with small things like being thankful for a beautiful day, a good meal, or having companions in life. When you learn to look at everything from a positive perspective, you will feel a noticeable change in your soul. From there, satisfaction and joy will come naturally, helping you overcome challenges and difficulties in life. Remember, living in gratitude is not just an attitude, but also a method for improving your quality of life. When you appreciate and cherish what you have, you will find life becoming richer and more worthwhile than ever before. Instead of living in negativity, focus on the good things, and life will become much more meaningful. 10. Lack of confidence and anxiety about the future. Worrying about the future is one of the most common yet costly feelings. When you worry about things that haven't happened yet, you not only create stress for yourself, but also lose the opportunity to take action in the present. This causes you to miss chances to challenge yourself, grow, and move forward in life. The feeling of anxiety about the future makes you feel as though every decision is a risk, and because of this, you hesitate and fail to act. Lack of confidence stems from not believing in your own abilities. You may doubt the choices you've made, fearing that you won't be able to handle the challenges ahead. But in reality, worrying about the future doesn't change anything. It only causes you to miss opportunities to create a better future. Living in a state of uncertainty and self-doubt will only imprison you within the limits you set for yourself. Don't worry about what you cannot control, and don't let the future steal your present. This philosophy reminds us that, instead of fearing things that haven't happened, we should focus on what we can do right now. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, wrote, "Do not ruin what you have by desiring what you don't have." This means that if you want a better future, you must start taking action today without letting anxiety hinder your progress. When you dare to face your anxiety and accept that you cannot control everything, you will feel freer in every decision you make. Stoicism doesn't encourage you to live in fear of the future, but instead advises you to act with confidence in your abilities in each present moment. This action will build a solid future, and you'll feel more confident about yourself. You need to start by setting clear goals and acting immediately to confront your lack of confidence and anxiety. Don't let them hold you back. Every small step will help you build confidence and prepare for a promising future. Life doesn't wait for anyone, and only action will help you create the future you desire. We all know that life can't progress if we don't change the bad habits that are holding back our growth. Every day of procrastination, lack of discipline, or living in negativity not only causes you to miss important opportunities, but also slowly makes you lose yourself. But don't worry, you can absolutely change. By giving up these habits and replacing them with positive ones, you will open the door to a life full of freedom, success, and meaning. Don't wait any longer. Act today. Don't let these habits continue to control your life. Be the one to master your own future.